Not mentioned in the first video, we now have a $200 discount code for all MDdoll orders through the amazing vendor SiliconWives. Use Rebel200 at checkout, that's REBEL200 for $200 off. Rebel200. Go get yourself an MDdoll right now at SiliconWives. Thanks. Welcome to part 2 of the high quality and amazingly sculpted MDdoll video unboxing. Let's continue. Alright, she's out of the box. She's a tad heavy, but you know, very nice design, I can already tell. Because of all the jiggleness in the chest and the skin details and things like that. We just wanted to give an overview real quick of the box. So the box seems to be in very good condition. There's a little bit of a dent there, but nothing that the doll couldn't handle. And the foam did a very good job too. So yeah, let's get her dressed and standing up. Alright, and here she is on the operating table with her feet and her hands or arms still wrapped in the foam. We can go over her real quick. It's difficult to see probably now, especially when I'm in the light like this, but she has nice coloring, nice veins. Her chest is very soft, very jiggly, looks very nice. Her stomach as well. Very good skin details, a little bit shiny, but that's probably because of the cold still. She still feels very cold to the touch. There's also a little bit of powder residue on her. And these sleeves, those arm sleeves, have been on her legs. So you can probably see a little bit of, you know, over here, stripes in her skin. That's gonna go out, but she's still so freaking cold, it's ridiculous. Her neck seems to be in great condition. There's a little bit of excess silicone over the bolt hole here, but nothing really, stressing or uninteresting or interesting to do anything about it. Looks good. And, you know, no crud on there. Completely clean, completely straight, and a little bit powdered. What else can you ask for? And here she is once more with her hands and her feet exposed. So let's take a look. She did have already her knuckles a little bit put in because that's the way she was taped in with the foam. So I didn't do that. So that's also a good note. But, you know, everything seems to look very detailed. You could have seen just now that the knuckles work very well. I like the simple nails regarding the pink color. It accentuates her skin very well, if I'm allowed to say that. You can see a tiny little sock in the light. It's, for the naked eye, it's almost not there. Skin details seem to be very good, like I said. And let's go over to the feet area real quick and the other hand after that. Oh, hey, this is a first for my channel. These are knuckles. Whoa. That's insane. Okay, so they can't really move all the way up, which is of course realistic, but you can't really do that with your toe. I'd like to see you try. So this is the first company ever that made toe bones with knuckles inside. So that's really freaking cool. I've never seen that before, so that's a first for the channel. Wow, that's really different. I mean, I already like the normal bones, you know, that are a little bit more free to move around, but this feels way more realistic. This like legit feels like I'm just holding a foot from somebody. Yeah, it looks very realistic. See all the little stripes? And it feels harder too. There's going to be a little bit of residue from the powder, and also my hands are warm, and like I said multiple times in the video now, the lady is very cold to the touch, so you're going to see a little bit of a sheen on there. But just look at the feet, look at the coloration even. So realistic. the sound that you heard was my wrist knacking, making the weird sound. Yeah, very cool that you can move the fingers independently from each other as well. Looking very good regarding colors. And of course that you can move it like that, move it like this, move it like so, and move it like down. So yeah, wow. I mean, MDdoll is really already, they're going up in the ranks for me regarding the whole skin details and all the posability and everything. That's insane. Wow. All right, looks good. All right. She is a small, hefty lady, but she looks very busty. Let's get a head on. All right, let's plop on the head with the nice full lips, right? So the cool thing is, this lady has apparently neck twisting. So we're going to find out. There's already a, forgot to mention, there's already a neck bolt adapter in there. As you can see, it's a weird looking adapter. It has like these little grooves here. So that's probably for the neck twisting, which means there's something special going on here as well. All right, let's see if that's going to work. All right, now she's bald, so we're gonna have to put on hair. All right, when you're turning the neck, it's gonna try and take the silicone with it where it looks more natural, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look that up because I didn't do any research towards that, but she also has bionic skin, which is something that they advertise that as well, because, you know, the details of the skin are very nice, so I can understand why you would call it that. And then, of course, we have the eyelids, so that's super cool. And we have the knuckle toes, which I think is also pretty sick. So yeah, now we need to get a wig on her. Here she is, fully assembled. I styled her face a little bit with more open eyes and a little bit of her mouth open, so you can see the teeth as well. Very cool. And then again, you can see the veins and everything. I understand why they call it bionic skin. So that's really cool. Even in the legs. Regarding the feet as well, when we had them on video a while back, there wasn't really a sock to see. So that means it's actually very nicely made. But yeah, very detailed lady. A little bit of a sheen regarding the cold. That's going to dissipate eventually. And now we can turn her around to show the backside. Probably she has a very nice caboose. Before we turn her around, I should be an absolute idiot if I didn't showcase this. So look, this is again a company that understands how you turn the wrist and the whole underarm is turning with it. Isn't that just beautiful? I love that. So let's do it from this side as well. So you can see it a little bit better maybe, and I'll try to stay out of the light. So if you turn, it's very nicely done. There's no twisted silicone here. You can even see a little bone sticking out on this side. It's very beautiful. And yes, I just love when everything is so premium and everything is well thought out. So MDdoll is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you to go to MDdoll.com and of course check out SiliconWives for all your orders right there. Look at that ass. All right, she has a very soft butt too. It's not super soft. It's not as soft as the chest. Sound like that. Yeah, like I said, the hair is still a bit static. There's still the tag on there. I'm just trying to look at all the details. As you can see, again, once more, the skin. The skin is very detailed. The veins are excellently done. Her caboose is really cool too. And her legs as well. Again, I'm going to be in the light right now. A little bit of side boob action right there. Very nice too. Her hips seem to look very cool as well. And then her calves and everything look very nice. Just to add this as a side note, we've had her upstairs for a little bit now because she needed to be stored away regarding space. As you can see here, very, very soft upper leg. Everything is very supple, which is really nice, and I'm really hammering it down right now. The little grooves that you saw in here, they are pretty much gone. She has still been standing in a little bit of a cold room instead of super warm, but we're warming up the living room right now, and hopefully everything will be out of there. She's still very gorgeous. I need to put her up, put her back into the unboxing bikini, and showcase the 3 heads that came with her. So as you can see, she's not completely styled the way that I want to, because the green screen behind her is a little bit staticky. So her hair is fluffed over the place. It flies all over the place as well. But again, like I said, she looks really good. Her facial expression is that I use these cheekbones or the underside of her eyes, put that up a little bit, and then also use these to put them up a little bit as well. So kind of move the eyes. We can, of course, still do this, make you show the mouth, which is also very nice. But she is gorgeous in my opinion. She's really beautifully sculpted. Yeah, and MDdoll really has a winner on their hands. All right, this is head number 2. Now she is already a little bit modified regarding her expression. So what I'm going to do now is also put a specific expression on her face to showcase that it's a little bit different. She is smiling as well. So I think what I did before was also put the eyelids a little bit more up. And yeah, her mouth looks like she's smiling, which I think is pretty cool, as you can see. All right, so now it actually looks like she's in pain or she's just a little bit angry. So it's just a little test that I wanted to do. As you can see, there's a lot less dimples going on because she is a little bit warmer to the touch. So normally you would get a little bit of a dimple here and here when everything is still cold. You will see these because she's of course pouting a little bit more. But you know, I think it's so freaking cool that you can do this. All right, here she looks a little bit more normal, to say the least. I'm gonna have to turn her head a little bit. I also had, it's difficult for me to turn the head now because I actually had a very satisfying clank just now when I was installing the head, because the little adapter that has the little groove sticking out for the turning of the neck area. See, look, it's difficult to showcase now, but the silicone is now turning with the neck. Oh, I really hope I'm going to be able to showcase that a little bit more. But I'm still very weak, as you can hear by my voice. I'm still under a lot of medication, so I have to be very careful with what I'm doing with straining myself. And the hair being static right now is also not helping at all. But I hope you get the idea. I think she looks really cool. I think she has so much going for her regarding her posability and everything. And I'm also still very happy that you can adjust the eyes as well. So to reiterate, as you can see on the quick connect, there's a little groove there, which I think is phenomenal. So when you go over to the head or to the neck area, you will see that there is a open area inside the bolt. There, you heard it, ka-ching. But now, if I do this, see, it's a lot harder to turn. But she's turning her silicone neck with the head, which I think is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Instead of having the head turn independently from the neck silicone. So I think that's actually beautiful design. I think she looks good. This is also a very nice head, but like I said, I really like the other one the most. She looks very, I want to say angry, not really angry, but a little bit like she's pondering something. But either way, this whole design from MDdoll is just so amazing. You can have so much fun with just doing the facial expressions alone, and then you have that specific neck adapter for turning the silicone neck. You have your toe bones with knuckles in there, and just the overall cyber skin design is just so beautiful. The only downside I can think of is that she's a little bit on the heavy side, and I really hope in the future they will go down to a weight reduction, because she weighs around 47 kilograms standing against the wall with all her clothing on, shoes on, and the head on. And the heads do weigh a little bit too, because of course the facial expression and everything is built in as well. Without her head, she weighs 44, around 44. Especially for a doll that's been so properly made and has so many positive points. So I urge you all to go to SiliconWives, use Rebel200, the discount code, and get yourself an MDdoll today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm sure you will see more MDdoll videos coming up on my channel.